I request you to kindly keep your video on if it's not a problem for you, because I will feel like I am speaking to someone. Otherwise, I will feel like I'm talking to myself in a room.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
Yes.
So please sit comfortably. Please sit with your hands on your knees in a mudra. You can keep your hands like this and place your hands on your knees and gently close your eyes. For the next few moments, keep your eyes closed and keep them closed till I ask you to open your eyes again. Become aware of the whole physical body from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. Develop your awareness of the whole physical body from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. Check whether you are having any discomforts, tightness, uneasiness, pain anywhere in the body. Become aware of the whole physical body from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. Allow your body to become completely still and motionless like a statue. Having made the body totally still and motionless like a statue, for a few moments, become aware of natural breath. Follow your breath flowing in and out through your nostrils. Become aware that you are breathing. Do not let your mind to wander away from the breath. Continue to be aware of the natural incoming and outgoing breath. Next time, when your breath flows in, along with the incoming breath, gradually let your awareness ascend through your nostrils up to the eyebrow center. Eyebrow center is known as Madhya in the tradition of yoga. It is also called as Trikuti. It is also called as Agnya. Bring your awareness into the eyebrow center, and at the eyebrow center, visualize a small bright jyoti, as if you have lit a lamp in the dark space. In the light of this lamp, Manas Jyoti, develop a mental image of your mother and your father. Mentally offer your humble pranams to your parents. If you have a guru in your life, if you are fortunate to be blessed by the association of a guru, who is an inspiration, whose teachings is a guideline, who is a mentor in spiritual matters. If you are fortunate to have a guru like that, offer your pranams to your guru. Finally, let us together chant the mantra Om. While chanting the mantra Om, during the first round, feel as if the light from your eyebrow center spreads through your body and heals your body, your mind, your life energy. And second round, when we chant the mantra Om, feel as if the light fills your entire home and blesses all the members of your family. Feel that your love and energy spreads throughout your home. When we chant the third Om, feel that this light from your eyebrow center spreads throughout our nation, Bharat, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and bless all the people who live in this land, this pious spiritual land. Please breathe in deeply. Oh. Breathe in again deeply. This time feel the energy spreading throughout your home. Oh. Third and last round. Oh. Now please listen and repeat after me. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. You may now gently open your eyes. Thank you for participating in this short Shanti Path and meditation. Kamalaji, Dhanjani, Priya and Hari Ramamurthy, may I request you to please come on video if it's not a problem. Just that I will be able to see who you are and feel like speaking to people. Very nice. The Satyananda Yoga teaching tradition is one of the most revered teaching traditions in the world. There are many venerated, respected traditions in this world who are doing great service to humanity. And the tradition that has been inspired by Swami Shivananda of Rishikesh, our Parama Guru, the Guru of our Guru tradition is Swami Shivananda, who is the founder of the Divine Life Society. And Swami Satyananda Saraswati, the picture you see just behind me over here, that is of Swami Satyananda Saraswati, who is the founder of the Bihar School of Yoga. And his disciple's name, his foremost disciple's name is Paramahamsa Swami Niranjan. And I am a disciple of Swami Niranjan. I live in Triplicane in Chennai. The Satyananda Yoga Centre is located near Sri Parthasarathi Temple in Chennai. And I always say that in that sense, because Swami Parthasarathi is known as Jagat Guru in the Bhagavad Gita, which is known as one of the greatest contributions in the field of yoga. In fact, each chapter itself in Bhagavad Gita is called as yoga. So in that sense, Triplicane and our Satyananda Yoga Centre is very much in the nucleus of yoga. You can call from here the Lord. So close the place is. And Swami Shivananda has visited this locality. He has lectured in this place. And I had the good fortune of learning from this tradition from 1988. And the one good quality that I can feel blessed about is, since I started my practice in 1988, I have not missed my practice even for one day. And I started teaching in 1993. This is my 30th year of teaching yoga to people who are interested. And in the last 29 years, I had the good fortune of teaching yoga to about 3.5 lakh people. It's a very small number when it is compared to the population of even India. But I have the satisfaction of transforming the lives of all these people, thousands and thousands of people. And I thank my parents and my gurus and Providence for this opportunity. And I welcome each and every one of you to this wonderful program. I have muted everyone for now for the sake of clarity. So please do not mind it. At the end of the session, we can have an interaction when you can unmute yourself and ask questions if you have any at that. Well, the most important thing that I would like to convey is what I just told you now. Practicing every day. How much time you want to practice is your prerogative. It's like saving money, If you want to save, can your financial consultant tell you how much you will have to save? They cannot tell you. They'll probably set a very high number so that their commissions will be good. But it is you who decide, right? And if you really want your fund to grow, you can't invest, once in a blue moon. You can't say every year that ends in 16, I will invest. When will you invest? So you have to invest probably a small amount every month. There has to be consistency, then your fund grows, right? Like that, if you want the benefit of this wonderful tradition of yoga to bless you, you have to give small amount of time every day. Now, if you cannot give every day that small amount of time, please do not join in our course. We would like to make this clear and straight in the beginning itself, that if you want to join in our course, make up your mind that you will practice every day. We will not teach you every day. The problem with most of the yoga centers is that they have to conduct a class every day. And they have to keep traction, they have to keep you in good feeling. So they become more entertainers than people who will be able to pass wisdom to you. So when you go and attend a class every day in some place, can they teach the same practice they taught on day 1 on day 25? How will you feel? Let's say you paid 5,000 rupees for a month and they teach the same practice. Stretch your body upward. On the 20th day also, how will you feel? Will you appreciate that? So what happens to these teachers is they have to make you feel that you're going through some new, nice experiences. Therefore, they will keep on taking you through different practices. And you will never have a clue of what is actually being done. You will feel good. Even when you go for a professional massage, there also you will feel very good. But you become completely dependent on somebody's work, right? We do not want you to become dependent on us. We want you to become self-dependent. Therefore, we have created a system. We don't do classes every day. We do classes once a week. You may ask, oh, is once a week enough? No, once a week is not enough. That is why remaining 6 days is given to you for practice. You have to practice every day. It is exactly like pickling. Urga podra mane. How does pickling work? You cut the vegetable with which you want to make the pickle, and then you put it and you put salt and leave it, right? And the salt starts getting absorbed by the fruit. You keep on shaking it for 5 days, 10 days. Then after 10 days or 15 days, you find that it has got fully blended with the salt and the flavor of the fruit. Then what you do? You put the masala. And again, you just keep on. That shaking every day is like practicing every day. Attending the class is like putting the new masala. I'm trying to be very, easy with my examples because I do not want this to look like a highly intellectual thing. Simple matters are there. So if you are able to practice for 6 days, what we taught you on that one day of the week, within the 1 week's time, your body would have gone through some changes. Your breathing would have gone through some changes. Your circulation would have gone through some changes. Your body temperature, your sweat glands would have gone through changes. So many small, subtle things will start happening in the body through the daily practice. And like this, we have 10 classes. So the course will go on for 10 weeks. So when you join a course, we will be doing the course for 10 weeks. Each session will be for about 90 minutes or little more than that. We need 90 minutes because we have to demonstrate a practice to you. We have to make you do the practice. And we have to observe how you are doing it. And it becomes all the more our responsibility now because it's a remote class. See, if you're in front of me, then I am so sure the proximity provides me clarity. Now I have to take all the more effort to ensure that my demonstration is clearly visible to you. You're able to catch the practice and you are able to perform the same thing in the right manner. Then we'll have to tell you why we are doing this practice, how it impacts you, so that you will be able to appreciate what is happening to you. Then you will have some doubt. This is why we need about 90 minutes time because it's online. We may require little more time. So some of you may have some question and we will definitely have to respond to that. So we may have little more time. Even today, this session has been blocked for 2 hours, though the session is not going to go on for 2 hours. Are you able to appreciate what I am saying about daily practice? Do you think that it is reasonable that we expect you to practice 6 days a week? You can show your thumbs up, you can show your thumbs down, or if you have a question, you can ask now with regard to daily practice. Fantastic. I'm getting a full thumbs up. Thanks a lot.
Sir, Guruji, what is the best time to do the practice is my question. Either morning is good or evening is good, or which is the better time to do?
Fantastic. When a baby wants to walk, Will the father say, this is good time to walk? Or is any time the baby walks is good time? I would consider you like a baby only with regard to yoga practice. And if you are able to fix a time of the day which you can maintain throughout your life, that can be at any time of the day. We don't, impose conditions in our program. Because if I tell you, very good time to practice is 5 a.m. Then you will say, okay, thank you. I will not do the course with you. Because 5 a.m. is not possible for. So I do not want to tell you that this is the time when you should do your practice. Instead, what I would suggest to you is within the 10 weeks. The reason why we are giving this 10 weeks window period is for you to experiment and find out what is the most suitable time for you. Because you will probably decide 6 a.m. I will do every day. Then you will find out that you have to go out and get milk every day. 6 a.m. is not suitable or some other reason. So only when you actually implement that you will practice every day and try to fix a time, it will take probably 1 or 2 weeks for you to zero in on the exact time. One guideline I can give you is choose a time when you are needed the least by others in your life. You understand? I don't think anyone in your family needs you all the time. In fact, at some point of time, they'll be happy if you're not around. So find that time for yourself. That would probably be the most suitable time because they will not disturb you. You think of your work, your social commitments, your life situation, your requirement. Based on that, you choose a convenient time. It can be in the morning, it can be in the afternoon, can be in the evening, can be in the night also. I'm saying this because today we are not living a typical 9 to 5 life. For example, in this program, we are having people attending from the US, we are having people attending from Dubai, from Chennai, from Indore, from Bangalore. We are having people who are software professionals, who are policemen. We have students who are, engine drivers. The Bihar School of Yoga has been contributing the wisdom of yoga to the Indian Railways for the last 50 years. So what time will the engine driver practice? Okay, it depends on his shift. One day he will do the night train. So we tell him, before you get into your train, before you have your food, you do your yoga, have your food and board the train. So it will vary for that person from day to day. So if it's morning shift, he will do accordingly. If it's night shift, he will do accordingly. We have so many policemen, senior officers, constables. Their life is completely, it is demanded by so many situations that in which they have to work. So each of them chooses their own convenient. Only important thing that you have to be aware is the stomach has to be empty when you're doing your practice. If you're having a coffee from a coffee shop which comes in a cup, then you have to have at least 2 hours gap. If you have a small cup of coffee, 1 hour gap is required. With water, you can do right away. You can drink water during your practice also. But if you had a bonda, a samosa, a burger, a meal, 4 hours, 3 hours gap is required. Because the food can get pushed back into the food pipe. It can actually cross over into the windpipe and block your breathing. It can even become fatal. So you should have empty stomach to do your practice. Any time during the day when you are having an empty stomach, let's say you do from India, you do a US timing work. You can every day do your practice in the night at 8 o'clock and go to work. It's absolutely fine. I hope your query has been addressed properly. Now, another very, very important thing. If you sign up for our program, you should not advise anybody in your family about yoga. The biggest problem that families have is the father or the authority in the family does something, finds it very good, finds it very interesting. Immediately they start giving one big tom 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 tom. You know how powerful this is, you know how great this is, you should do. Please do not advise family members to do yoga. You will get that eligibility if you have done your practice for 1 or 2 years every day. Because if you have done for whatever duration for 1 or 2 years every day, you will not be the same person that you have been so far. The limitations that you are having, the shortfalls that you have in your personality, all of them will get completely ironed and all the wrinkles will be straightened. And your son, your daughter, your spouse knows you so well. You should not advise her or him. Because if you say, you know what, this practice I did is so relaxing, you should also do. You're so tense. They will keep that in their mind. One day, if you go back to your limited nature, they will question yoga. They will not question you. Yoga they will ask you. So my recommendation to you is, strong advice to you is, do not advise your family members to do yoga. Just tell them that you need so much time for yourself. And in order to get that time, you do some little bit of extra work for your family members, so that when you say, I want this half an hour for myself, they do not have any qualms. Yes, someone raised their hand. I didn't see who it is. You can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Guruji, one more doubt. People having any specific health issues can do this right away, or should they take any additional precaution for starting this course?
I should really thank you for making this an interesting introductory session with your very apt questions. The practices that we cover in this Prathama Shibiram, we call it as Prathama Shibiram. The practices we cover in this Prathama Shibiram are suitable for people who are convalescing, who have just come out of an open heart surgery. You know, when an open heart surgery is done, from the 3rd day or the 5th day, they start off the physiotherapy. So simple the practices are going to be. There are practically no contraindications. Yeah, one more time before I continue, I would request other participants to kindly come on video so that I can see your lovely asana. So the practices are so simple that there is absolutely no contraindication for these practices. Contraindication means practices that should not be done by such and such people. For example, a person with hernia should not do this practice. A person with a slip disc should not do this practice. Like that, there is no such practice that we are going to introduce in this program. All the practices that are introduced are simplest in nature and can be practiced by even a person who has just gone through a surgery. However, we will ask you to fill a form and sign up when you confirm your participation. At that time, we will collect information. If you have a particular concern and you need help and guidance, for example, you have a breathing difficulty and you want to get some inputs that will help you improve your breathing, in the application form that we will share with you, you can fill in those details. And we will have that in mind. And when I conduct the class, I will explain how and why a particular practice is necessary for such and such a issue and problem and how it will help. So those explanations and those guidelines can be given if we have that information. And obviously, we are going to use the information just for the purpose of understanding you and providing you guidance during the course. What we will introduce in this course, this question should come. So we introduced 4 types of inputs during this course. We introduced what we call as pre-asana practices. They are also called in yogic terminology in Sanskrit as sukshma vyayama, subtle exercises. They prepare all your joints. They improve your flexibility. They help improve your posture a little bit. They strengthen your core muscles to a mild extent. And ensure that you are not having heaviness and stiffness in your joints and in the body in general. So these practices are called as sukshma vyayama, subtle exercises. They are very simple. They are not the classical asanas. You might have seen many classical asanas demonstrated on, so many social media channels and YouTube channels where they put the leg on the neck, they go upside down, then they go behind and they touch the floor with the toe. So many classical asanas are there. We are not going to cover classical asanas in this course. We are going to cover those practices which will help you become so flexible that you can effortlessly learn a classical asana later on. The second important thing, can any one of you tell me what is your full lung capacity? If your lung is filled with air, how much air can be totally filled in it? Can any one of you just volunteer and tell me? If you don't know it, you can just guess. Or you can, like the Amitabh Bachchan show, you can call your friend and find out.
10 liters.
10 liters. Actually, a healthy male can have a maximum capacity of 6 liters or 6.5 liters. And 1 liter is there as residual air. It does not go out at all from the lung. It goes out only at the time of death. Apart from that 1 liter residual air, there is a volume capacity of 5.5 liters, which is possible for you to inhale as a healthy male. Women have 1 liter lesser capacity because the body size is reduced. Their mind is much wider than men. So the Lord has kept their mind wider and their body slightly smaller. So the women have a maximum capacity of 4.5 liters in one breath. 4.5 liters for women in one breath is possible in a healthy lung. 5.5 liter is possible for a male with a healthy lungs. Can you breathe in deeply now? Can you try it? Do one deep breath, mentally counting how many seconds you are able to inhale. When I see from here, it looks like you're taking your last breath. All of you breathing like this, when you go to a doctor, when he keeps a stethoscope and says breathe, and you do like this, right? If I breathe like this and you see my window, how does it appear?
As if struggling.
Yeah. This is not your lung expansion space. What breathing you're doing is wrong. Your lung capacity has shrunk to half liter or less than that. Which means your body, which is supposed to get 9 times, 8 times more amount of air, is getting only 1/8 or 1/9 of what it can actually have. Imagine if that amount of air enters into the body, how much oxygenation will take place, how much carbon dioxide exchange will happen, how much purification will happen inside the system. So we introduce what we call as pre-pranayama practices, pre-asana practices, sukshma vyayama, pre-pranayama practices, which are called as prana nigraha practices. They help improve your breathing functions. You have 4 types of breathing functions: inhalation, retention after inhalation, exhalation, retention after exhalation, holding the breath outside. These are the 4 forms of breathing that each one of us do. And the prana nigraha practices help you improve all these 4. It helps you improve your inhalation, helps you improve your exhalation, and retention in and retention out. They are called as prana nigraha practices. And I can promise you from my own experience, it's been about 20 years since I have told to anyone in my family or my students or my friends or my colleagues or anyone that let us do this thing tomorrow because I feel tired. I have not felt tired in the last 20 years. I don't remember. I don't remember being tired in the last 20 years, and it's a boon for me. Rather, it's a boon for the people with whom I share my life. Because at 11 o'clock in the night, after finishing everything, if I go to the bedroom and if my daughter tells me, Appa, can you please tell me a story? I have no complaints. I start off with a beautiful story and go on and on till my daughter sleeps. Or if my wife says, I've been working from morning, I feel so much pain in my legs, I'll really benefit if you can give me a foot massage. I'll happily give a foot massage for half an hour. If all the members of the family are like that, if it is a space which is bubbling with prana, imagine what you will be doing in your life. You can't imagine now. So the breathing practices will directly proportionally increase the quantum of the energy that you experience in your life. More I will be explaining during the course. Roughly 7-8 breathing practices will be introduced to you during this program so that your full lung capacity will be achieved over a period of time. See, your lung has shrunk in 30 years, 25 years, 40 years, 50 years time. You can't make the lung expand in 1 month. That's why I tell you, practice for 1 or 2 years and then you will have the right to speak about yoga, because you'll forget the meaning of tiredness. After 2 years, you won't remember the word I am tired. Imagine the benefit that your family will get, then they will understand that this has helped you. That is why I am suggesting don't open your mouth for 2 years. You know, when you conceive, you go about telling people, I'm planning to conceive today night. This week I am conceiving. This week I am conceiving. You don't say that. It's kept secret. It's guarded secretly. And when it becomes eventual, you don't have to do anything. It will show itself. It will become beautiful. The lady who is pregnant becomes so beautiful in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th month. Whole world will know, right? Like that, when you become pregnant with wisdom, with prana, with enthusiasm, with creativity, can it be contained? You will become one infectious person. Only thing is, your infectious nature will be liked by everyone. I am talking out of my experience. I'm not giving you I'm not saying Jesus Christ said this, Buddha said that. I'm not saying that. Saying from my own experience. Because that's what is important. And third very important thing that I said we teach 4 types of things during this course. 2 things I've explained to you so far. Third very important thing that we covered in this program is we help you refresh your mind. You know, when your phone has got filled up with memory, with photos and stuff, does it come up with a notification? Does it tell you something? It tells you something, right? It tells you your memory is full. You're going to become slow. So if you want your phone to work efficiently, full speed, then please clear some unwanted cache memory. A product created by you, you are having a mechanism to cleanse it once a week, once a month, once a fortnight. Correct, no? A product created by you has that mechanism that it can be refreshed. What about your mind? Since how many days you haven't washed your mind? Did you hear it correctly? Washing the mind? Have you heard of this We wash the clothes. See, I am sweating a little bit. If let's say I have to go for a wedding after this, will I go like this? Put this in the laundry. Will I put it on the clothes line tomorrow morning, wear it again without washing? So I wash my dress, the plate on which I eat food. நேத்திக்கு சாப்பாடு, போன வார சாப்பாடு, போன மாச சாப்பாடு, போன வருஷ சாப்பாடோட அப்படியே இருக்கு. After eating every time, don't you wash your plate? So when you use something, don't you wash off the leftover from it? What about your mind? When did you wash off your mind in the last so many years? I'm sincerely asking you this question. நீங்க உங்க மனதை அலம்பி எத்தனை வருடங்கள் ஆகிறது? No wonder humanity is suffering from psychosomatic disorders. Because we are not washing the mind of the... See, when we interact with people, many times we have a rub-off which is very painful. People don't behave the way we want, right? You don't have to look at somebody working in the office and all, your own kith and kin, your own brother, sister, family members, your own mother, father, your own child. Do everyone, behave as in the most appropriate manner with you, that you feel absolutely satisfied? I'll ask you another question. You tell me. Have you lamented about something in the last month? ஏதாவது பத்தி புலம்பி இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு கேட்கிறேன். If you have lamented, that means, if you have lamented, that means that is the unwashed leftover of the mind. You know what will happen? It will destroy your system. It will switch on the regressive, destructive aspect of your body mechanism. That is why people get psychosomatic disorders today. So a lot of people call us, even today I got a call. Person calls and says, "Sir, meditation unda." They have not introduced themselves. They have not asked about whom they are talking to. "Sir, meditation unda." Meditation evolo? So then we have to explain all these things. Meditation is not something that we can do. So can we say tomorrow, 17th of July, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. we will do happy? Yeah, you heard me correctly. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., let us do happy. Is it possible? Or can we say, okay, morning, evening we will do happy, morning we will do sad? Is it possible? Is it possible to do sad? Is it possible to do happy? Likewise, it is not possible to do meditation. If you have done the right preparation, happiness happens. Sorrow happens. Meditation. I had a good friend. His name is Untitled Chapter. He's a well-known writer. He used to say, you can open the windows, you can open the doors, That's all you can do. You can't pull the wind inside your room. Meditation is like that. It will happen. You can do all the preparation and wait. And what preparation is required, that's what is called as relaxation. And in this program, the third thing that we will cover, it's called as pre-meditative relaxation. Swami Satyananda is a genius. The contribution that Swami Satyananda has done for the wisdom tradition of yoga surpasses what Rishi Patanjali has done thousands of years before. Because Rishi Patanjali, he wrote his synthesis on Raj Yoga. That's the famous Yoga Sutras, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which is about Raj Yoga, one aspect of yoga. But when you come to Sri Swami Satyananda Saraswati and look at the contribution that he has made, he has created a 360-degree complete perspective. That's why in the beginning itself I express gratitude to the tradition. It is one of the most venerated, most respected traditions in the world. There is not a country in the world where teachers like me or seniors to me are not living. Not a country. When the Prime Minister of India moved the UNO, United Nations organizations, for the International Day of Yoga, 170 plus countries accepted the motion. Do you know why? Because the disciples of Swami Shivananda had already spread and hoisted the flag of yoga in all the countries, in the hearts of people. Long before yoga became a popular thing. When I learned yoga in the 1980s, my mother was so frightened that I'm going to become mad. There's no yoga center in Triplicane except for one called Vivekananda Kendra. Except for that one center, no other center was there. There's no teacher. Now you come to Triplicane, every street has got 2 or 5 teachers. From this program, we will teach you what Swami Satyananda has developed. One of the practices that Swami Satyananda has developed, it's called as Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is a pre-meditative relaxation that we will teach you. By itself, it's a great practice. It can lead you up to the experience of Samadhi. But in this course, we will introduce to you relaxation. You will be able to smile. Smile beautifully. Your smile will be so broad after you do your yoga nidra. People will be amused. They'll ask, "Enna chonte?" 10-minute yoga nidra practice will make you feel like you slept for 8 hours. That is why I said, I do not know the meaning of tiredness. Even today, before your session, I did a 10-minute practice. I've been working hard from morning 4:35 a.m. Continuous activities, programs, talks, work at the ashram. Do I look tired? So 10-minute practice can make you feel like you have rested for 8 hours, 10 hours. Completely, you will learn to wash your mind of the debris of the previous day. That's why I said you practice at least 2 years. When you have a very dirty vessel, it doesn't get cleaned in one day. You clean it, again you clean it, again you clean it, again you clean it, again you clean it. After a few weeks, you'll find the original color of the vessel will come out. Your original color you've forgotten. When you were born as a baby, were you strong as a baby or are you strong now? Tell me, are you strong now or were you strong when you were a baby? Kamalama,
Now,
when were you strong? Are you strong now or were you strong when you were a baby?
of course, now.
I'll give you one example. As a baby, you were lying down, both the legs up in the air, both the hands high in the air, all of them circling in all the directions, and a big smile on your face, looking at everybody who is going about and giggling and calling out, "Ooh, ooh." Do you have that kind of enthusiasm today?
No, not at all.
Do you have that kind of strength today?
No.
What happened to all of it? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That mind was an unburdened mind. நம்மளோட புலம்பல் சொல்லும் நம்ம எவ்வளவு பாதிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கோம். So it will take few months for your mind to be completely washed off. That's why we say practice every day. And the last thing and the most subtle and powerful thing that we introduce to you is a few mantras. Swami Niranjan, our Guru, he has recommended a few mantras for everyone, irrespective of gender, caste, creed, religion. If you're a human being, and if you want to prosper, you have to do these practices. The pre-asanas, the pre-pranayamas, the pre-meditative relaxation, and the cleansing of the psychic system through the method of mantra sadhana. These are the things we cover during this course. But we are a very serious, committed, dedicated team of teachers. When we conduct this course, we do not think of you as a client. We think of you as related to our Guru. Because of providence, we are getting this opportunity to serve you. We are connected to you through the tradition of the yoga gurus. And we will try our best to offer our seva to you. But at the same time, we expect that you should be committed. Otherwise, don't join. See, there's no point you paying money, you attending classes, and then appreciating and saying, "Wow, sir, your Guruji, your class is so good." Who wants your certificate? We want you to practice and transform. After some time, your family should come and tell us, "Wow, we don't know how to thank you. You did some chamatkar in this person." We've heard it. 3.5 lakh people, means all of them have said to us. We are sure that this will work. But there is only one way that it can work, which is your practice. At what time you can practice is up to you. How much time you should practice is up to you. That you will practice every day is not up to you. It is a condition. You decide half an hour I will do, fine. 15 minutes only I can do, fine. It's like you're saving. You say 1 hour I will do, fine. Only thing we will tell you is, please do not be over enthusiastic. When you buy a new mobile phone or a new car, if there is a dust on the windshield, what do you do? Immediately you go and do frantic purchase of 3M cloth. My car is getting dusted. You buy 500 rupee cloth and then you rub it for 5 days. After 3 months, if you see the same car, if only it had a mouth, it will lament. I know. So we do not want you to be over enthusiastic and practice for 2 hours for 3 days and then realize that your yoga practice is completely spoiled your life and stop yoga practice for life. Yes, Ji, please ask your question.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
I want to ask, if we are doing already Surya Namaskara, can we continue to do that?
What I would recommend to you is during this 10 weeks time, you stick to what you're learning from us. Then you will understand how this works for you. Once you complete your program, the methodology that we follow in teaching, what you will learn during your learning, you can implement in whatever practice you already know after the program is over. You will be able to do that efficiently. But during this period, we would request each one of you, even if you are an advanced practitioner of yoga, we will take you in only from the basic level course because there are so many unique inputs in our tradition, which you will agree and appreciate once you start learning from us. So we suggest that after 10 weeks are over, you apply this methodology into your practice. Okay?
Thank you.
So how much time you will practice is up to you. At what time you will practice is up to you. That you will practice every day is something that we put as a. If you agree, if you feel that whatever I am asking from you is reasonable, if you feel that you are able to give time, it can be how much ever time you want, every day, then you send your confirmation in the WhatsApp group again that you want to join the program. And the fee structure for people attending from within India and people attending from overseas are different. So we will send you the fee details personally so that you will know it and you can take a decision after getting the information. So I think I have covered the points that I wanted to express to you. It's a personal, experiential, transformative process which requires sincerity and involvement. You can join if you think the time has come for you to get yourself involved at that level. If you feel that you're not ready, you're not up to it, let the time come. Whenever you feel that you are serious, committed, that small amount of time you can invest every day. Fantastic. I'll again recall what Balakumar did. When he wanted to learn from me first, he's my father's friend. He's a very famous writer. He writes for movies, he writes novels, very popular in the Tamil circles. I knew that he is very busy. So when he said, I would like to learn, I said, sorry, sir. I don't think I will be able to teach you because I'm not sure whether you will practice every day. And I don't teach when a person cannot practice every day. And he said, Jeyagopal, உனக்கு என்ன தெரியாது. My name, the family name that parents gave me is Jeyagopal. Swamiji calls me as Shivarishi. I've been initiated into sannyasa by my guru, Swami Niranjan. He gave me the name Shivarishi. So I knew Balakumaran from very young age. He used to say, Jeyagopal, உனக்கு என்ன தெரியாது. நான் ஒன்று சட்டுன்னு ஆரம்பிக்க மாட்டேன். ஆரம்பிச்சா நான் விட மாட்டேன். So he promised me that he will practice every day, and then I taught him. And an occasion happened that his mother passed away. His mother is namesake the same as my mother, Sulochana. So after the condolences and all that over, next day morning he calls me. Today afternoon she passes away. Next day morning he calls me. And Balakumaran tells me, Jeyagopal, one student lay naan vandu best pa. I said, sir, enna sir idu ipo poi idu sollindukeenga, it's okay. And he tells me, no, I want to tell you, if I had not practiced on that day morning, I wouldn't have survived the arduous ritual that I had to do at the smashana the next day morning. 6 o'clock, I had to be at the burial ground to collect the ashes and do the rituals. And I got up at 4 a.m., did my practice, which gave me the energy and the strength to fulfill my duty as a son to my mother. Again, after a couple of years, one more day, he called me in the same way. And he again said, Jeyagopal, நான் வந்து உன் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ல பெஸ்ட் நீ திருப்பியும் ப்ரூவ் ஆயிட்டுப்பா. He said, what is the matter today? Because the previous day was his daughter's wedding, Gauri's wedding. Gauri is Balakumaran's elder daughter. It happened in Woodlands and everybody was there from the film industry. Name anyone in the film industry, all the top guns were there. So it was a VIP marriage in city. CM, everybody was there. The muhurtam was at 6 a.m. And you know what? Balakumaran, who did the Kanaka Danam, he woke up at 3:30, did half an hour yoga practice, then took his bath, and then got ready and went to the mandapam, the hall, and gave the Kanyaka Danam happily and with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. His own daughter's marriage, his own mother's death. So I tell all young people, like we have many young people here. I don't know whether all of you are married. Like Srinath Hari is there. I don't know whether he's married. On the day of your marriage, yeah, very nice. On the day of your marriage, you should wake up, do your practice, and then only go for your marriage. If you learn from us, that should be the kind of commitment which will bless you. Which will bless you. So this is the message that I have from the Satyananda Yoga tradition. I'm so thankful to all of you for giving me this opportunity to explain to you about this tradition. And I sincerely pray that each one of you find inspiration, guidance, learning from this wonderful tradition. So if there are any closing questions, we can take them and wind up.
What are the timings for, the session every week?
Yeah. We are planning 2 time slots in which we want to do our class. One can be in the early morning at about 6 a.m. Indian time. Another can be in the evening at 6 or 6:30 in Indian time. So these 2 time slots are going to be available. I can create a poll in our group, and you can respond to that. And based on that, we can establish the course plan. Yes, Priya.
It will be on which day?
I'm thinking of Monday early mornings and Wednesday evenings. Wednesdays can be at about 6:30 in the evening. Mondays can be at 6 a.m. in the morning. So it will be for 90 minutes, 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Indian time, or 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Wednesdays in Indian time. If these time slots are not suitable and other things, then you can let me know, because I will not be free on weekends to conduct basic level course. If there is someone in the group who can attend only on a Saturday or a Sunday, then we'll have to get the help of some other teacher trained by me, and then we can conduct the course. I'm thinking of Monday mornings, Indian time, 6 a.m. and Wednesday evenings, 6:30 p.m.
So we can pick either of it, right?
People attending from within India, the fee will be 3,500 for the entire course for 10 weeks. It might not be the same for those who are attending from outside.
No.
We will
The time
let you
slot.
know directly. We will let you know directly. We will send a message to you personally. Yes, one more question I think was there.
Yeah, the time slots, like we can pick either Monday or the Wednesday one, right?
Yes. You will attend
Okay.
either a Monday morning class or a Wednesday evening class. And in case on some day you have not been able to attend the Monday morning class, you can attend the Wednesday evening class and compensate for that session.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I
we
would
will
prefer
not expect that you will keep on toggling between this course and that course.
right.
But anybody can have a situation and have to miss a particular class. You don't have to miss the class. You can attend on the Wednesday evening slot if you're in the Monday morning.
Thank you.
Any other question? Fantastic. So we will now complete this session with another prayer. Please close your eyes. Sit with your back, neck and head in a nice straight line. Eyes gently closed. Body completely still and motionless like a statue. Become aware of your natural breath. Next time when your breath flows in along with the incoming breath, bring your awareness into the eyebrow center. At the eyebrow center, visualize a beautiful, bright flame of light, a Jyoti. Looking into this Jyoti, let us together chant the mantra Om. Please breathe in deeply. Om. Breathe in again. Om. And again. Om. Please listen, repeat after me. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Thanks a lot. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you.
I will be very happy to have all of you in the program.
Guruji. Namaste.
Namaste.
Hari Om Guruji.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Namaste, Guruji.
Hari Om Namaste.
Hari Om.
Namaste.